So if you're like me, you might feel like you don't have enough lag in your golf swing, right? When I take videos of my swing, I'm like, man, why couldn't I have a little bit more lag, right? I look at some of the best ball strikers out there and I'm just a little envious of having more lag because I know that some of that lag is going to translate to a little bit more effortless speed. And what people don't know, a big part of lag, it's not just this angle coming down, right? A lot of it has to do with your elbows. And you can kind of see here, I've got some stuff here on my elbows. I'm going to show you some great drills and how to work your elbows here, near the end of this video, to where you're going to be able to really see how having good control over these elbow functions is going to increase your lag and thereby increase the distance you hit the ball. Okay, so I want to show you a couple graphs here. These are elbow plot graphs. Okay, now think of elbows, basically see the two blue dots between my arms. And you'll see on these graphs basically what's occurring here in the professional graphs. I'm going to show you the good ones first. The elbows get closer together in transition. Okay, so in order for the elbows to get closer together, there's some type of movement of our arms supinating. So when both arms go this way, like I'm holding a bowl of soup, they call this supination. This is pronation. And pronation makes the distance between the two blue dots get wider. Here's the amateur graph. Okay, you notice it's subtle, but it's really important because this is what most amateur graphs look like. The elbows actually get wider as the club transitions. In all the professional graphs, they get closer together. And that's really one of the big keys to you getting more lag, is learning how to get your elbows to come closer together, or for both arms to supinate when we change directions. So we're going to go in a little bit of detail about how we can kind of make that happen. And most people will think, okay, I know my right elbow goes in, right? It comes into my side, right? That's part of it. That's not all of it exactly, right? A big part of this is we need to make sure that this lead elbow is actually doing this at the same time. So they're both kind of these opposing movements right as my club transitions. It's hard because my hands are obviously in the same place, so it's a little bit tougher to get that same movement, but that's what the best players are doing. Their elbows are squeezing together, going in this fashion. And here's the big key, right? This is the part that really kind of makes the whole thing symbiotic, is you need to initiate with your lower body as you go to do it, okay? If you're like me, and I've seen many other players do this, right? You learn lag the wrong way. You're trying to pull the chain handle down. You're trying to drop your hands. That's not how the best players are lagging the club. They're doing it just like this as they change directions. They're initiating with the ground in their lower body, but their elbows are trained to do this, okay? Here's the other thing that most people miss. Most people think when they go to shallow the club or lag it, that this elbow should go this way. It doesn't, because what happens when your elbow goes this way, okay, it disconnects and you lose this stretch under your lead rib cage, which is very important. That's part of what allows us to sling the club. So when you're practicing this, you want to be able to do it in a way to where you initiate with the lower body, you engage this stretch up your lead side, and then I feel my elbows get closer together. But the key is it's got to be lower body first. Don't practice this trying to do this and say, hey, my coach Zach told me to do this and we're trying to hit balls. That's going to still be all arms. Yeah, it has good good instincts in what you're trying to do, but it's going to be a little misguided. It needs to be lower body first. Hey, it's your coach Zach Allen here, and I hope you're enjoying today's lesson. In all of my years of coaching and studying the golf swing, I've discovered there's only one thing that separates the best ball strikers in the world from the rest of us. I call it the magic move, and you can use it to generate effortless power and consistency in your game. Since I don't have the time in this short video, I've put together a 3-part web class where I show you everything you need to know, nothing held back. I call it my Magic Move Training Series, and you can get the entire thing free of charge by clicking the link in the description below. You won't find these videos anywhere else, so click the link right now and join the over 100,000 golfers who have already gone through this incredible training. And now, let's jump back into today's lesson. So, get out to the driving range, right? Take it up to the top. You don't got to take it very far, just where you feel a tiny bit of stretch in the backswing, and then start to feel yourself connect with the ground and in one and the same time, squeeze those elbows together. Get those elbows working this way as we transition. Once you have a good sense of kind of doing that, squeeze. I feel the club shallow. So many great players out there that do that well, just to visualize it. Tommy Fleetwood, boom, lays it in the slot. Minwoo Lee, beautifully, gets those elbows to stretch together. That really connects everything. Down, hit it. Okay, I hit that ball okay. It wasn't great. You're probably not going to hit it great when you first do it because obviously it's a tough drill. Relax at address, right? We're going to pause at the top anyways. Boom, elbows squeeze together, initiate with the lower body. Hit it. You'll really start to feel, wow, everything is stored and loaded from here to here. The one that's hard to see, it doesn't look like my left arm is doing this. I promise you it is. Okay, I'll show you some close-up footages to kind of add along in there where you can really see exactly what the forearms are doing. But that's the big thing with lag. That's the right way to learn lag, right? The key is actually in these elbows and getting your elbow grafts to do what the professionals are doing. I hope that makes sense. If you want to take a look at another video about transition, you're struggling with transition, Hogan called it the crossroad to the golf swing, is being able to transition the club to where a lot of things can go wrong, right? Take a look at this video. If not, give me a comment or a question if you have some. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps build the channel. I'll see you next time.